Sorry,
Hopefully,
guys.
hopefully Xander finds us.
Any of y'all that are not in here yet, we started and then it shut off on us, and we're starting again. We'll
Yep.
see how this goes.
Yep, we'll see.
So, what was your topic, or are we gonna wait?
I guess we could wait a minute.
Yeah.
See if Xander finds us. I couldn't re-enter the live, so we'll have to start a new one. Oh, there's one thumbs up. I bet it's Xander. But
There's nobody in here, but we got.
Yep, there he is, back
There
in.
he
Woo!
is.
Okay, we just had to start a new one, Xander. Thank you for coming back in. Um, yes, I know Xander. Say the Xander. How's that, Xander? Hello, Wendy. Welcome in from Nova Scotia. Awesome. Xander, not just Xander. Xander.
That's what I'm saying. Xander. With my accent, how are you telling I'm not saying it?
Because he wants you to emphasize the X.
X Xander. Does that mean he used to be Xander?
I think so. He's an
Xander.
X Xander. He used to be Xander. Now he's X Xander.
It's not Xander. X Xander.
Yeah. X Xander. Oh, well, now we have it correct. X Xander.
It's Alexander.
Drop the AL. Without the AL. Without the AL.
Yeah, I got him.
Alexander. Yep. Xander. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So topic today. We got 4 folks in. Hi, guys. Topic today is...
It's going to be a surprise to all of us.
Yes.
Maybe even you.
Yes. Oh, gotcha. He didn't like the Alex. His mom didn't like Alex for short. Okay, Xander, we've got a topic today. So homesteading while working full time. Both of you working full time. Something that we haven't done in a long, long time. That we're doing again. And also more of an urban homesteading. Even though we're not urban, but
Yeah.
we are on a rental property, and we are
Without
limited.
large amounts of livestock and large
Yeah.
amounts of land, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So it's not technically urban, but on a smaller piece of property. So it could cross over to urban homesteading. On a rental property, we could say. But anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. Well, within the parameters of the rental agreement, Xander. Yeah. And so, yeah.
We've been places we've rented that we could have done.
But whatever.
And we kind of can here.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
just, they're using the pasture. It's not like we got lots of pasture to use.
Belt Loop 79. We have not seen you in here in forever. Gary, what you up to? Gary, right? At Belt Loop? It's Gary.
I don't know. I hope he
Gary
can keep
at
his
Belt
pants up. This belt loop.
His Belt Loop. Yes, ma'am. It's Gary. Okay.
On the days I feel like I have a hard time keeping my pants up,
It's Bibs.
wear my bibs.
So, yeah. So, we are talking about small-scale homesteading. Homesteading with a full-time job. With both of you working off the homestead. Income coming off the homes, coming. And I'll tell you, it's been a huge adjustment for me. I don't know if y'all have realized that, but that has been a huge, huge adjustment for me. I'm sure it has been for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just I'm more verbal about it.
Yep. I miss the cattle.
And the Zua family, he points to. Yes, Xander.
Yep. So
Yeah.
we are close to family again.
We are. Mm-hmm.
Mostly my family, and our youngest daughter is living with us again, which we love, and she is working with me.
Yeah, she's working with Gary. She's really into foraging. She and our oldest child are probably more into our lifestyle than our middle. I think just because the opportunity isn't there for her right now.
Yep. She's pursuing her career and doing a good job of it.
She is. She's doing a great job.
And she definitely is getting more back into scratch cooking.
Yes.
Because Cindy gets texts often about scratch cooking.
And that's okay.
Yep. And so that's how she's getting some support and trying to remember how to do the things she learned when she was at home. So we're watching the dog.
Yeah.
Dan the dog's over here on the porch with Hannah, so we're watching the dog. Oh, he's gonna like that.
Oh yeah, look at him. He's getting lots of lovin's from Hannah right now. But yeah. So anyway, so our newest thing, gardens are wrapping up, and so we're starting to consider, and life is slowing down. Actually, or speeding up. I don't know which way you want to put it. Some things are slowing down, some things are speeding up. So we're looking at options for what we can do on the homestead. So Gary and Hannah have been foraging. Gary's
Starting to hunt a little bit.
starting to hunt.
Still fishing.
So we're gonna have to do some investment. So we're gonna have to drag your only potato plant inside. 27 in the mornings. Oh wow, yeah. Tomato plant. Yep. Tomato. Did I say potato? So sorry, Xander. Tomato plant.
It used to be Xander.
Xander.
Yeah, used to be Xander.
Used to be. Yeah.
X.
He has been
Xander.
He has been Xander. He is now X Xander. I'm so sorry, Xander. I hope you don't mind us picking on you. But yeah, I'm glad you pulled that feller inside and let him finish off and finish up. It's what family does. Picks on each other. Yes.
So if you're getting that cold, it's time to get the tomato in.
It is. It is.
We ours is kind of wrapping up, and
we look like you, Willis. Well, we're just chilling. We're just chilling today. Sundays are chill day.
Busy.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah. We have.
And then I went and looked at something.
Yeah, we did. We're not willing to share yet. Not ready to share yet. But yeah, we've been. We took a date afternoon and went to Tractor Supply, and I found, so just a hint, if you are near a Tractor Supply, go look and see. If you're a canner, check out the canning supplies.
They were on sale.
Canning supplies were on sale. Some of them were. The jars were expensive, but
they were on sale.
They were on sale, but they were
cheaper than they'd had them before.
Yeah, but not cheaper than other places.
Right. They're still expensive.
But the cannon lids were on sale, super cheap. So we bought a case of cannon lids, and
they carry Roots and Harvest products.
Yes, that's exactly it, Xander. Yep. You know, you're a homesteader and a farmer when a date night is a trip to the Tractor Supply.
Yeah, we went to Tractor Supply, and we went to Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight. I went to Big Lots, which is in between them, and then met him over at Harbor Freights. Didn't find anything in Big Lots that I couldn't live without. The more you live without, or I hate to say without, because we're not. I don't feel like we're without. But the more simply you live, and I still have a whole lot of stuff, y'all. I'm not saying, but the more simply you live, the less important things are. So, what'd you see?
The dog out there by the working thing.
Oh, okay. He's watching the dog intently. But anyway, the less you realize, the less you need. The more you realize, the less you need, and the less things are important, you know? So...
I've been thinking a lot about, like, what are our goals for this channel, what is our purposes for this channel, and there's a few. First of all, our purposes is to grow relationships.
Right.
To aid or to showcase the growing of relationships.
Yes.
Our relationship with God, first of all.
Yes.
Our relationship with each other, second of all. Your relationship with God, third of all. People watching us. And then their relationships with us.
And each other.
Yeah, and each other. So those are important to us. That's one of our points of our channel.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
We're doing good. How are y'all?
So, growing relationships, one of our points of our channel. Another one is we want to encourage you guys and maybe guide you guys a little bit in becoming more dependent on God. And then third of all, we want you to become less dependent on systems.
Yes.
Less dependent on systems. And hopefully we can give some tips to help with that. Hopefully we can guide in that, answer questions, or just maybe encourage that.
Yeah.
inspire that.
Inspire.
Hopefully we can inspire you to grow relationships. We can inspire you to to be more dependent on God, and we can inspire you to be less dependent on systems.
Yes. Yep. Hi, Nana and 9 Acres. There is Miss Lisa in the house. YouTube police. This seems better. Okay. All right. So anyway, we are.
YouTube police.
Yep, that is the name of the channel. YouTube
Okay.
police. All right. So it might be pretty boring for you, YouTube police. We're pretty. It's another one of the Garys. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you are also belt loop.
loop.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Well, thank you for being supportive with both channels, Gary. We appreciate that.
Yeah. So I almost ask him questions. A lot of times if I've got couples and they're both on here on their channel, I ask if they're in the same room. So are you in the same room?
You got on two devices. Different channel. Actually have 5 channels. Wow, Gary, that's a lot of channels. Cool. So our next addition to the homestead we've been really thinking about and planning about is chickens.
Yeah, we're thinking we need some chickens at our little urban homes or little rent house homestead here.
Yep.
And we've definitely been dependent on mostly on proteins we'd put away before we got here from the other places. We've been definitely working towards the hunting and fishing and protein. We've definitely been eating some fish.
Yes,
and
definitely.
Been getting more towards the hunting and fishing as part of our protein. But we decided a few laying hens would help make some things more dependable.
Passing out snacks now. But yeah. So I don't know. We just took a trip to Tractor Supply. We thought we'd look and see, since they're so close to a hatchery. We thought we'd see if they had chicks.
We have bought chickens kind of this time of year from those types of stores, and they were just kind of trying to get out, get them all sold, and so we thought we'd just go see what they had.
Yeah, but which they are done for the season.
So we may end up at the hatchery and see if the hatchery has anything.
Yeah, and we're going to check out the swap pages and see if we can find anything.
Yeah, finding some hens that were about ready to start laying would be great.
It would be great. Another option is to get hatching eggs and get our incubator from Kansas. From a family friend. Yeah, that is an option too. Is to get chicks from our family friend or from friends, or to get hatching eggs from friends.
We can get hatching eggs from Joe.
Yeah, we can get them from from family and friends. Look at your puppy. He's wading out into the grass. Gotta go to the bathroom.
Throwing a bunch of scraps right out there too.
Oh, his little tail. Look at his little tail looking around up there. Oh man, he's funny. But the puppy was out in the tall grass, and all you could see was his little tail wagging above the grass.
He held his tail up like a beagle when he got his nose down.
Took him a minute, but he thinks he has his channels all straightened out.
All right. I couldn't straighten out 5. There's no way.
I'm struggling with 1.
Hello, 9 Acres.
Hello, Dale.
Good to see you, Nana. 9 Acres. Yeah.
Xander has 75 hens and 3 roosters, 78 total. Still haven't told his dad that's more than 75 chickens total. It's hens. Just haven't told about the 3 roosters, LOL. And Dale says, hi, Gary.
Hello.
Probably talking to...
YouTube police or whatever.
YouTube police, yes.
Yeah. Well, guys, we have been having a good week. Hannah and I have continued to forage, and we've been working. Was that this week we did all that? Or was that last week?
Both. We did a lot last week and this week.
This week, one night, Hannah and I went. That's when we found all the stuff, right? Was that this week?
Yep, we got some rain.
Yeah. Never met a Gary you didn't like. Well, Hannah and I went one night and we picked wild grapes and we picked pawpaws and we picked, what else was that? Oh, we picked spice bush berries, and we found some oyster mushrooms, and we found some pheasant back mushrooms. And then one day, I have picked quite a few autumn olives.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, Dale, you haven't got much rain.
Sorry, Dale.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, we got some rain last night, and then
we've gotten rain about 3 times this week.
About 3 times this week so far. We got mud puddles, but you can walk in the garden, so it's not too wet.
So we've been doing a lot of foraging and a little bit of fishing, but Hannah and I found a lot, and we put away. Cindy and I have been dehydrating celery from our garden, and we've been dehydrating tomatoes and okra and squash and peppers. And Cindy's been canning beans and canning tomatoes
and peppers and onions.
And freezing lots of peppers.
Yep. Under 1 inch. I am so sorry, Dale.
Yeah, I know you guys need rain bad.
Yeah, hurting for rain bad.
We've got a friend up near Lawrence, and we saw a picture of his, which was a pretty good sized pond. It's just a little bitty mud hole. I mean, it's literally just a little mud hole at the end of where the pond was. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will. When his timing is perfect.
Yep.
When he decides it's the right time.
He'll send the rain, yep.
We know that he has held back rain for a reason before. And we might not understand the reasons right away, but...
Yeah. But
I think sometimes, Dale, that's part of that learning to depend on him. Sometimes if the crops fail, you got to depend on him. And sometimes if the moisture isn't there, you depend on him, not on your own toil of your hands. So.
Gary said for everything there is a season. That's true. That's true, Gary. And that's in Lamentations, isn't it? Or is it in Ecclesiastes?
Hopes it gets lots of rain.
Yes. Yeah. Gets lots this winter. Gary at Gary at YouTube Police also said that he has 2 pawpaw trees, but he's not getting pawpaws yet. He's planted 2 pawpaw trees.
I planted some of them a long time ago, and I never could get them going. So I don't know much about them. I was a kid when I did that, and I just couldn't get them going.
Barb at Ben's Over Acres.
Hey. He's got one of the beef rib bones.
He does. He's having
there's nobody chasing him with
Nobody chasing him.
He come running around the corner like he's being shot at with a beef bone in his rib, because when we've had the other puppies loose, they've been chasing him when he has one.
Yep. Yeah, so another investment we have to make besides chickens is a freezer.
Yes.
So, yeah, so we've got one on order.
Yeah.
Got one ordered.
Yeah, Gary, pawpaw trees do grow in the shade. They are an understory plant. University of Ohio, maybe. There's a couple of places that we're trying to develop some that will grow better in the sun, but they are basically a shade tree, a shade plant.
Got a puppy fight going on in the kennel over there.
So anybody that needs a cute little puppy,
anybody need a puppy?
Yep, they are pollinated by flies. You're right. And
exactly.
They've got a beautiful purple bloom or mauve-colored burgundy bloom, I guess, maybe. And if you smell it, it smells like dead fish.
Yep.
I have been known to pick Cindy a pretty little bouquet in the spring of pawpaw blooms and pear blooms, and it's beautiful. But it starts to stink after a little while.
Well, the pawpaw blooms are like a really burgundy red.
They're really cool.
Beautiful, but they
kind of tropical orchid looking.
Yeah.
They're neat.
Oh, Xander has enough dogs. They got 3. Wow.
Huh.
He thinks the flowers look brown to him. That's cool. Got plenty of pot lickers there at 9 Acre. Man, when we were gonna we thought about leaving one for you on our next trip through.
Nice little puppy right there.
You need one, yeah.
Oh me.
Leave him the beagle looking one. That's
we'll
better.
just talk to Rooster about it. Not
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, get a hold of Rooster. Rooster, you want a beagle puppy with a good nose on him?
Yeah, we've had a...
Yes, related to tropical trees, but they're native to North America.
We have several videos, Gary, of the pawpaw trees. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen some of them, and we definitely think they're an amazing plant.
Yep, all the way up into Canada. Yep, and yep. Hello, gathered together.
Hey, I
how
haven't
is
heard from you guys in a long time.
Wow. That's okay. You can share all you want to on them. Read up. That's okay. You can share all you want to.
Go right ahead.
Because even if we might, you may have something we don't know. We're definitely not the experts. I'm sorry you missed your service dogs. Cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's all right to share about the pawpaw trees. We think they're a really cool plant. That's what I was saying, is we definitely are into those too. And when we get a place that's permanent and have the right spot, I may plant them. Here in the Ozarks, especially in this part of the Ozarks, they are in the river bottoms a lot. And any place there's a good flowing body of water down in that lower bottom close to it, there's going to be pawpaw trees. And we have picked some. I've eaten some already, but they're just now starting to get ripe. It's just kind of the beginning of their season. It seems to be a little later this year, maybe, but
yeah, it does.
But you know, I was picking them pretty good by this time last year instead of them just starting. That's the only difference. But yeah, and the possum grapes, Hannah and I. One place we found the possum grapes, they were completely ripe and ready to go, and another place we found them, they were just starting to get ripe, and there's still green ones on the clusters.
Hannah was eating them faster than he could pick them, though.
And they're good. We've picked a new one, a new fruit for us this year, a new wild forage fruit for us this year is autumn olives. Autumn
olives, yep.
Autumn olives. Last year, one of our new ones was spice bush berries.
Right.
And spice bush leaves and spice bush berries. And then this year we're doing those, but we're also doing the autumn olives. House I'm remodeling has a whole bunch of autumn olives in the tree line behind it. So I picked a few quarts back there after work, and we've been using those or been putting those away, I guess. And we've been putting quite a bit of food away. I'm pretty tickled with the progress we're making.
Yeah, for as small of a place as a garden as we have, and as much I don't know. Anyway, it's looking good. Our pantry's getting full. Oh, yeah, the winds. Yeah, they need a little bit of shelter from the winds, too.
They actually have been planted as a shelter belt tree.
Oh, really?
Yes, they've been planted in shelter belts. They tend to be more east, in the eastern part of the United States, they're planted as shelter belts. And then you get further west, they plant Russian olives in the shelter belts.
Yeah.
And
I thought he was talking about pawpaws still.
Oh, was he talking about pawpaws?
I don't know. Maybe it was
yes.
But yeah, the autumn olives definitely are shelters.
Yeah, the pawpaws do tend to grow near water for sure.
Yeah.
And they are kind of an understory plant. If you find a bottom with a lot of big tall sycamores and cottonwoods is kind of open, they will, or big tall oaks or whatever. Pawpaws tend to be in there, and they're a smaller tree.
Yep.
I don't see them much over 30 feet, and they usually not over 5 or 6 inches around. Is a pretty good size one.
Persimmons are full of spoons this year. Yep, they are here too. We got cottons out of the yin yang here. Cotton. Better late than never. Hey, John.
Yep.
Oh, Jan says she's here. We can begin.
All right, let's get started now that Jan's here.
Xander's thinking they might do good. He might try them.
Yeah, I don't. The pawpaws tend to be. They are native in the United States, and the pawpaws live in. They're pretty much east of Missouri, basically, or Kansas. Yeah. We found them in Kansas, and that's about as far west as they usually get found.
Kansas and Oklahoma.
Yeah,
it's about far west.
And then they tend to do better in the eastern half of the United States. I don't know. I don't know if you can plan on making work out there. I think they definitely, winters can get too hard for them, but they grow them way up north, so I guess maybe not. Um,
Yeah.
but the autumn olives are an invasive.
Yes.
Autumn olives that I've been picking here lately are an invasive, and they definitely discourage against planting those most places. They used to plant them in the shelter belts and such, and for erosion control and wind control, but they have realized they're an invasive, and so they quit planting them. And some states take a pretty dim view on planting them. Some places you can still find them for sale, but I don't know that I'd highly recommend them. There are better stuff to plant, like a pawpaw. But there are better things to plant than an autumn olive. But if they are around, they put on a good fruit.
Whoa. Some up north, some places have pawpaw festivals.
Yes.
John said that the weather has been driving his arthritis crazy, and they had fabulous finds on 99 this weekend.
Good.
Got pawpaw seeds in Kentucky. When can I put the seeds in the ground?
I don't. You're gonna have to research somewhere besides here.
I think they have to be stratified. Typically, a possum eats them and poops them out. Eats the fruit and poops or a raccoon, an animal, eats the seed, poops it out, and so it has to be stratified.
I had a friend that planted some and started some and had them grow, and he froze them first. He put them in a bag and froze them, and he may have even scratched a little nick in the corner of them with the file, and planted them. And I don't remember what time of year that was.
Yes, they're tropical fruits, so they require the seed to stay moist.
They need some moisture.
Yep.
They grow with bottoms because of that.
Well, he said the seed needs to stay moist as well.
Yeah, my friend wrapped them all up in a wet paper towel and froze them.
He got that from David the Good.
Oh, yeah.
And David would know. They're stratifying in the fridge. That's good. Good. Well, I'm sorry, John. John can't hear us. Huh. Can everybody else hear us okay?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so Gary's been here us just fine. Okay, good. See you later, John. Sorry you can't hear us. Been picking beans.
Yep.
Lots of beans. Lots of peas.
We've been shelling lots of beans. I'll shove some of those.
Yeah. Just gonna go grab some of the good mother stollards. Yeah, if they need moisture, that leaves Dale and Lisa out. Okay, good. Y'all can hear fine. The best time to plant the seed would be early spring or just as fall starts hitting, but he's not real sure. Just taking a guess. You're good on the phone. Good. Okay. Okay, Gary's coming in with the beans we've been picking. There they are.
Well,
here's the camera right over here. So.
Okay, I can't get.
Here, how about that?
They're going to fall out of my hand. There we are.
So, yeah, those are the beans we've been picking.
The little cranberry colored ones are Good Mother Stollard, and then the big black and blue ones are black runner beans.
Black coat
runner beans.
Runner beans, yep.
Cool.
Xander went and checked out for you, Jan. He says spring. Mr. Google Pants says spring. Xander went and checked already. Good job, Xander. Xander.
Has been.
Not to be confused with Xander. He is Xander. He has been Xander. He is now Xander. Xander. He has been Xander. He is now Xander. After you've had them in the freezer for 4 months, plant them in the spring is what it says, Mr. Google Pants.
Yeah, I think that's how Ed did it. He froze. I knew he froze them, and then he planted them.
So you got October, November, December, January. So you need to put them in the freezer, Miss Jan, in October or November, and then pull them out March. Yeah. Yeah. Pull them out in March and throw them in the ground. What do you think? Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath one of your big trees. To break dormancy, the seed must receive a period of cold, moist stratification for 70 to 100 days. This may be accomplished by sowing the seed late in the fall and letting it overwinter. The seed will germinate the following late July to August from Google. Awesome. That's great. There you go. Cool, cool, cool. Start them in your little trays in February and transplant from there. Okay. Well, see, lots of advice. Everybody. We all got to learn something. But anyway.
I did a little
Yeah, go
deer
ahead.
hunting this year, or this week.
Mm-hmm.
I never got shot. But I did do a little deer hunting.
Arbor site. Okay, there you go.
So I done a little deer hunting and kind of getting into that again. It's been a long time since I've hunted much.
Oh, yeah. That is, they may not transplant well because of their deep root system. That is a good point. That is a very good point. So maybe just throw them in the ground and see what they do.
Well, I think if you start them, hello. Christine,
Hi, Charlotte.
how are you?
Christine. Hi, Christine.
So
Kentucky State. Yeah, Kentucky State would be good. Hi, Mrs. Gillum Farms.
I think if you plant them, you need. I love how they spell stalker. So if you plant them and then replant them, don't let them grow a year or a season in that pot. When they've popped up for a month or so, you need to get them planted while they're still pretty small before they put on much of a root seed.
Jan says she's going to put them seeds in the ground. Good job,
Yeah.
Jan. Deer season starts October 1st. Can't wait. Yes, I know. Charlene, I said I said Charlene. I'm so sorry, Christine. I'm terrible about seeing the first few letters and then just running with it. Charlene Christine Gillum. Charlene Christine Gillum. That's her name.
Yeah, our bow season opens September 15th here, and I have gotten to go a little bit, and I don't know if I'm going to get to kill one with the bow or not, but it's doing me a lot of good to just sit in the woods.
Xander's season is done with already. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done me a lot of good to just go sit in the woods. I enjoy that. And I enjoy just sitting in the woods and hunting and listening to the critters. And Hannah and I were fishing the other day, and I thought I heard a squirrel chirping. It ended up being a bird, but it was just making this. Come on.
The dog was wandering too far. I love bow hunting
Get your
season.
butt over here.
Sitting in the stand and watching. It's peaceful. Yes.
It is very peaceful.
I'm not good at sitting still, so I'm not a good hunting companion. I don't sit still, and I'm not quiet. So hunting is out for me.
So I heard a woodpecker. I thought it was a squirrel at first. And I said, "Hear that squirrel?" And then a little bit later, Hannah said, "I think that was a bird, Dad." And I'm like, "I think you're right." A little bit later, a crow went caw caw, and Hannah said, "Dad, did you hear that squirrel?"
Such a great sense of humor. She's got a great sense of humor. We went on a little bit of an Holland bull calves the sale barn. We went on a little bit of an adventure yesterday. We met Becca Kay and her boyfriend Marcus in Sedalia, and ate at a Mexican restaurant, and then we went downtown and viewed the downtown.
That is a beautiful downtown
They have a
Sedalia.
gorgeous downtown. Oh, got antlered muleys is the only ones now. Yes, that's our alias. Oh gosh. Anyway, yeah, but we and they had we went into an old department store that is now like as an antique shop or a junk shop. I could have spent both our paychecks in there. And I almost did, but Gary was like, "We're not ready for that. We're not ready for that. We're not ready for that."
I don't have places to store everything
I
until I get a
know.
place to put it.
I know. But there was a what I'd call a work table, and oh cool. Headed to the Tulsa Stockyards. Um, yeah, I love junking. I have so much junk, but anyway, but this old house, thinking of decorating it and filling it up with antiques again, it just really kind of. But anyway, I found there was a a baker's cabinet. Is that what you call it? Baker's cabinet, or I guess they call them Hoosier cabinets too. Hoosier cabinets that I liked, and then there was just a work table that I liked. Reminded me of my granny's work table, and I don't know, just a few things. And Gary was like, no, 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 and the threat of rain also was a good deterrent. Jan needs rocking chairs for her porch.
We saw one covered in red shag carpet yesterday.
It was ugly. It was awful. An old pie safe. Yeah, we've got one that's our pantry right now.
Somebody has cut it down or something. It's kind of weird, but it's basically a pie safe.
They put casters on it too.
And we're using it to keep canned goods in right now.
Oh,
canning.
Gary's looking for a pie.
New pie.
Christine, Gary's looking for a new pie.
Me too, guys.
Oh man, praise the Lord.
Good. I'm glad you're getting some rain.
I'll have to call my daddy and check and see if they got rain or over there. They are west of Tulsa ways, about halfway between Tulsa and Stillwater.
I'll spend some time in the Tulsa Stockyards.
Yes, you have. Just a little bit.
Yeah, the Tulsa Stockyards, we would go there. Our FFA and 4-H chapters would go there and do cattle grading. That's where we do our cattle grading competitions, was at Tulsa Stockyards.
That's a good place to do them.
And they would actually have a cattle grading days, and there'd be 4-H and FFA from all over the state there.
Yep. Jan's gonna look for pie safes, and we're all gonna look for rocking chairs.
Jan, I would say while you're looking for a pie safe, if you find a rocking chair, you might ought to go ahead and go get it.
We can send Gary the new pies.
New pies are definitely better than old pies.
Definitely better than old pies.
I like new pies from old recipes, though.
Yeah. Tornado warning.
Last night, wow.
Wow.
We went to sleep and knew there was kind of something blowing in and slept right through everything that happened.
Yeah.
Woke up in the morning, was like, I guess it rained last night.
He can deal with that too. No pie. Gary just wants pie. Send Gary pies.
Well, hold on, folks. I only like 2 kinds of pie. Just so everybody will know. If anybody wants to send me a pie, I only like 2 kinds, Jan. Hot and cold.
And he only likes ice cream 2 ways. Yours and mine.
Yeah, I only like 2 kinds of ice cream. Yours and mine. I'm glad you guys... We got some rain, too.
Yeah, I'm glad Jen and Kevin are safe,
me too.
Oh, wow. I'm glad you're safe, Christine. Hello, Beth. Beth got 3 inches of rain last night.
Wow, she's quite a ways north of Lisa.
Oops. Man, y'all was chatting away. Must be something about the name. I identify with your way of thinking.
Yeah, I can eat some pie.
Yeah.
I
And Xander says ick. Hail. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. We've been enjoying our little place here. Cindy
Yes.
has been enjoying her new job,
Yes.
and Hannah and I have been working, and we got a comment that didn't show up.
There it is. When y'all coming here? When you want us? We October's pretty full. Yeah.
We will see you in
We'll see you in Macon
Macon
on
Missouri.
the 7th, and we'll have to set a date.
And anybody else
That wants to come.
that wants to come, Macon, Missouri,
October 7th.
October 7th is the Midwest Missouri, no,
North Central
North Central Missouri Homesteaders
Conference.
And hoopla.
Oh, Pinecone Fest. Is it Pinecone Fest too?
Oh,
Huh. Pinecone Fest is in Texas.
yes. We're going to the Midwest.
Okay, tomorrow.
We
I gotta
work.
I gotta work. I have to be an adult now, Jan. I can't be loafing around. My summer of loafing is over. I have to work and be an adult.
Hannah and I have a bathroom remodel going that we need to get finished, and we will probably finish in a few days. So we're going to go tomorrow and start getting the trim on that. We finished the sheetrock, and we finished the sheetrock. We painted everything, and we put down the laminate flooring this week. And now we got to go back and put all the trim in, and then put the cabinets in, toilet back in, and put the shower surround on. So, but
yes, you have to have ice cream with pie. And yes, adulting is hard. And Wendy with Willowway Ranch is where you need to go to check out the North Central Missouri Homesteading Expo. Oh, Gary refuses to grow up with YouTube police. Oh, the Pinecone Fest is the weekend of the 15th. Jan hates adulting. So Hannah will be on the weekend of the 15th. Hannah's going to Kansas City for the Renaissance Fair. We can go to both. No, Hannah will be gone, and
Yeah.
we're having a family cookout.
yeah, we're busy.
We're busy, so sorry. Yep, we're having a family cookout.
But we are going to be at the North Central Missouri Homesteading Conference.
North Central Missouri.
NCM HC.
The mosquitoes are terrible. Not going to the Texas meetup. We're not either. We're not going to make it.
Yeah, we're not going to get to go to that, but and we will be at the one in Missouri. So
Yep, we'll be at Macon. And if you want to check that out, go to Willowway Ranch and check it out. You can't go either, huh, Xander? I'm so sorry.
well, only adults get pie, I was told.
Only adults get pie.
You know, I guess I kind of understand I don't want to grow up, but you know what? In all seriousness, I feel like I've been doing the adult thing for a long time, so I get pie.
Let's trade paint. Hello. Oh, yes. Yes. It's too far and we're getting our giraffes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Got to get them giraffes.
Gotta get them giraffes.
Hey, let's trade paint. Yeah. So, yeah.
My eyeballs. It's time for new contacts. So, yeah.
I worked on mowing the yard yesterday, but I didn't get very far. I got half of it mowed.
Half of it mowed.
And, but I'm hoping that when I get the rest of it mowed, which I'm probably not going to get done today, I may or may not. I get the rest of it mowed, hopefully that's the last time I mow it this year.
Jan and Kevin are getting drafts. Be on the lookout
Yes.
for the video
yes.
for that. Most of these shindigs are 2 or 3 days drive for me, and I'll need, yes, money to get there. Yeah, I totally get you. Thank you, Dale, for putting up Wendy's link. Thank you, Dale. Thank you.
You know, I know there are ways from you still, but there are some on the West Coast, Xander.
Yeah, and some in the mountains, too.
There's Washington, Oregon, Idaho have had them. California actually has one. Baker Creek puts one on there.
I haven't paid attention.
Yeah.
But I bet there's some in areas closer. Closer. Chocolate eggs, chocolate bunnies, chocolate bars, chocolate cereal, chocolate cookies. It's not exactly an exhaustive list. No, there's tons of chocolate. Chocolate cake. Jan's gonna need to mow. Oh, see you later, Sean. See you later. Kelly got new cats. Are y'all having a good day? I'm sorry, Sean. I thought you were leaving. I read that wrong. Yes, we're having a good day. And Kelly got new cats. Cool. Mr. Willis says, I splurge 1 tank of gas a month. My Dodge cannot make it. Yeah. Rebel at Heart. Where did I miss you coming in? I'm so sorry, Rebel at Heart. There you are. Hello. I'm so sorry. I missed you.
Yeah. If you guys can't make it to those things, it's all right.
Yep.
You can come right here every Sunday afternoon at 5 and visit with us here.
Yep.
And we'd love to visit with y'all.
Yep.
And you guys comment on our comments, and we read our comments. We read all our comments. And we try to respond to them. Cindy responds to all of them.
As much as I can, yeah. I miss one. Every now and then I'll find one that was hidden.
Yeah.
Like, when I go into the comments, it'll pop up, and it was like months ago. And I'm like, where did that go? You hadn't heard any of them? Oh, I'm so sorry. We're on the big screen. Whoop, whoop. Who needs football when you got Pathways Homestead? Oh, man. But,
yeah, I don't know. But lots of things to go to, and you can't go to them all. And even, we just try to go to a few that mean something to us. I guess I don't mean that way. We try to go to a few specific ones, and that we get very deeply involved in.
Time and location are huge factors for us. And so, I would love to go, like to Homesteaders of America someday, but that's not in the foreseeable future. It's just too far. And timing is not good. And now that I'm an adult, and have a real job, gosh, then that's been my joke lately. That I'm an adult and have a real job. I'm a little tied down.
Well, I got to tell you that Cindy and I were in our F-150, following my brother's 3/4 ton. Pulling a tiny house across Missouri.
Yeah.
Going 55 down the interstate, down I-44. And watching pieces of siding flop and different things and hoping everything went okay. And Cindy's like, I hope we get there. I said, oh, the things we'll do to avoid having a real job. Yep.
And then I got a real job. Yeah, and I really enjoy it. I really do. I like it. I like it a lot.
We needed that security right now.
Ask not what your country can do. What kind of pie you can send to your YouTube, please? What kind of pie can I send to Gary? Oh, goodness. Thank you, Jan. Oh, no. Yeah. But, yeah. I don't know. So, I'm going to keep my soap making. I'm going to keep doing some of my homesteading stuff. And keep going. Still live a little bit of that life. And one of the guys that has met us over the years of us traveling back and forth and through horse camp and everything, he was like, so how do you like it over here? And I was like, well, I miss my cows. And he's like, well, I bet that you could go pet plenty of cows at your father-in-law's house. And I was like, no, they're not my cows. They're not tame. Any pie. Yep, Gary will take any pie. It won't be in one piece by the time I got there. Have a pie cooking contest. Everybody can send Gary the pies, and he'll judge them. Yeah, that's a good way to get pies. Yeah, that's a very good way to get pies. Critter Creek. Thanks for coming in, Critter Creek. Yes, that's it, Alexander. That's it. And yeah.
My dad has a little different type of livestock handling skills too, or style, I guess.
Yep.
And they're not gonna pet as easy as stuff we've raised.
No, they're not, and that's what I told that guy. So they're not gonna pet like my heifers that were all of them, but Julene were bottle calves.
Yeah.
And Freedom was a bottle calf and a milk calf. There will be many winners, but I can honestly say I would be the biggest winner. Yes, you would, just thinking out loud. Oh.
Cut the pizza up.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
man.
cut up
what
that pizza.
What style of pizza are we having?
Ooh,
what kind of pizza are we having?
Pizza sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
We hadn't had a pizza in a while.
Oh, we may have to have pizza.
We may have to have pizza. Yes, pizza is a pie. Pizza is a pie, especially. You remember the the old pizza pies that were the deep pan and it was all the
My
cheese.
mom used to make
send them too.
My mom used to make a deep dish pizza in her electric skillet because it didn't heat the kitchen up as much.
Yep.
And she'd make one in her electric skillet, and it had cottage cheese in the sauce. It was really thick, deep dish, and it would be like, I mean, you ate it with a fork. It was like that deep.
Wow.
And I remember her using either Jiffy Mix or Bisquick for the crust.
Yes.
And for the crust.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would, and then it would have cottage cheese in the sauce and lots of cheese and meat. Usually had sausage in it.
Don't get him started on pizza. Us Americans. Over oil and garlic. Garlic is it, dude. You gotta have the garlic.
I would
and the
eat
basil.
one that was just like garlic and cheese.
Yeah, like Alfredo.
Yes. Yeah.
That's basically Alfredo, right? Mm-hmm. Garlic, cheese, and cream.
Mm-hmm.
Butter. I know you're from Italy, Alexander. Through tomatoes, mushrooms, green peppers on the pepperoni pizza. So good. Oh,
good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
We helped a chef put together pizzas at an event we worked at one time.
He put arugula.
Yeah, and he put like fresh tomatoes chopped up on there, and peppers, and arugula, and mushrooms on top of the cheese, and then put more cheese on top of it. It was really good. I'd never eaten it with like a sharp green like that on there, but it was very good.
Tony and Joni, who else did I miss coming in? Who did I miss? Oh, Otter Creek. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Tony and Joni. I forgot. I had a brain fart. Fish is done. Y'all come eat.
All right. What kind of fish are we eating, Willis?
Gary's still stuck on pie. Christine, not to be mistaken for Charlene, makes her pizza in a lasagna pan,
and
a fork is required. That sounds good. Sorry, lead, not lead. Gets a fork to eat fish. I'm ready. But yes, we're having a blast. And the Ozarks are so beautiful. The leaves are starting to change. I know I'm changing the subject, but the leaves are starting to change. Hi, there's Charlene Grady. Hi, Charlene.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm actually Christine. I'm actually talking to Charlene this time. Okay, there is your name, friend. Yes, somebody said fish. We're all on it. Catfish. Woo,
awesome.
Yum. Dowd's has good catfish most of the time.
Yes.
It is. Yep. It's a Star Wars. Hello, hello. Natural Grandma. Hello, Hank and Laura.
Yeah. So my dad gets really particular on this catfish.
Will the real Charlene stand up? That was perfect, Christine. So Charlene, if you don't know, I accidentally call Christine with Mrs. Gillum Farms. I accidentally call her Charlene when she comes in because I just see the CH and then I just automatically, my mouth says Charlene. And so, yeah. And I have to be careful because I had an Aunt Charlene that was spelt like Charlene, spelt the same, but Aunt Charlene, my mama's aunt growing up. Yeah, but I'm a jackin'.
All right.
Yeah, so, but that's what this is about. It's porch visiting.
Yeah.
We're supposed to talk. But yes, the leaves are changing. It's beautiful. We've got loofahs coming on. Love the name Charlene. It's pretty.
You're watching Taylor Swift
Taylor Swift.
on purpose?
So they're name swapping. They're name swapping. Shan says that
Okay.
that Charlene is now Christine, and Christine is now Charlene. Charlene.
Well, I'm glad you're hanging out with us too. Let's trade funny.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I mean the Chiefs. The Chiefs. Oh, is she? Is she on the Chiefs? Oh, yeah. Isn't she dating one of them boys? I don't know. I was watching
Who knows?
all the stuff hitting on Facebook. I don't even know if they know.
Is that football?
Chiefs.
I think it is.
Dan. Oh, he's over there. Never mind. I was gonna say on purpose too. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people enjoy watching football. That's cool. This is that time of year.
Yep.
It's the time of year for football. Yeah.
What it was football.
Yes. If you guys have never heard Andy Griffith's skit, What It Was football.
Go watch that.
Oh my goodness, that is
Holy
the
smokes.
funniest thing. I get the biggest.
Dating Kelsey. Kelsey who? Are you dating Kelsey? You've already
Dale, you're married.
That's not Dale.
Oh.
That is Hank and
Oh,
Laura.
that's Natural Grandma.
Hank
Okay.
and Laura.
Okay, they're married
They're
too.
married. Getting more walk.
Okay.
Getting more walk. That'll be okay.
All right.
We're very entertaining, especially him. Especially him. Me, it would be because I call you the wrong name.
Did I tell you my fishing joke?
Oh, yeah.
Do I need to tell them my fishing joke? What do you call a bass that wears a bow tie? Chief football parties. That's cool. That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Those kind of things can help build community.
Yes,
That's
they
really
can.
Cool.
Yeah. Christine at Gillum Farms, they're a hunting family, not a football.
I agree.
There
is a sport in my family that takes precedence over hunting. There is a sport.
Rodeo.
I got a nephew that's fixing to rope in the finals, and my sister like, we ain't
Wow.
doing nothing but finals.
Yeah, she's hit. Hank's mama's 93.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So what do you call a bass that wears a bow tie? Sophisticated.
Hank and Laura are married. Shut the front door. What do we call a bass with a bow tie?
Sophisticated.
Sophisticated. Sophisticated. Sophisticated.
I thought it was hilarious.
Stay tuned for the dad jokes.
I love dad jokes. They're the best kind.
All the corny ones. Yeah.
I like corny jokes.
Yep. Yeah, so, yeah, we're having That's lame.
Oh, me.
Oh, man. Yep. We are having too much fun.
Cindy and I are really enjoying this old house. This is, I know there's a huge adjustment for us to leave our farm in Kansas and not have the cattle anymore, not have the hogs, and not have that farm lifestyle. And it's more just a small sustenance level homestead in the backyard. But I am enjoying getting to hunt and fish more than I did. Yeah, thank you, Jan.
Thanks, Jan.
We like it too. And,
Yep.
and it, you know, it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to some friends, but we're enjoying getting to live in here, work here, and we're going to be here a while probably. And so this has been a lot of fun. And
Your dog is eating those carpenter ants.
I've seen him do that. He's crazy. And he bites them, and then you tell him bite him, and he kind of jerks and then goes and gets another one. I don't know what his deal is, but he must like the way they taste.
He's silly.
Oh, I just kicked him with my feet.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Dan.
Dan likes to sleep under me.
Extra protein. Yep. That's what must be it. Must be it.
But, yeah.
Danny boy. Danny boy. Danny boy. Oh, look at him sit down. Good boy.
He's a good dog. He's a good dog. Yes.
Yes. Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we will
Thursday,
definitely be praying for her knee.
Yes.
Praying for her knee replacement.
Yes, we do need to go kayaking again.
Yes.
Yes, it is very humid here. Christine, it is super, super humid. Walking outside because of the humidity. Yep. Oh, Christine wants to go. Well, come on.
Yes.
Come on.
You know.
I think our next available is the 21st of August. Or October.
August? That's a while,
October.
folks.
The 21st of October. Tastes like peanut butter, those ants.
Time to pull bulls.
Time to pull bulls. They're putting bulls in right now. Yeah, for spring cabin.
No,
Yeah.
that's fall cabin. No, spring
For
cabin.
spring. 9 months. It'd be early summer.
Yeah, that's summer bulls. I don't know. All these bulls are up.
Yeah, but he did move some over and put them in with cows. I heard him the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, he's got them calving spring, early summer, late summer, and fall.
Yeah, they've got several cattle crops, calf crops here. They work that really close.
Spicy chickpeas. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they taste like, but the dog enjoys them. I've eaten escamole, which is eggs. I ate that in Mexico once, and I ate trying to remember what they call them, the chipolinos or something. They're little fried grasshoppers.
Yeah. There. I don't know. You can eat all that stuff you want to. I'm just gonna eat. Yeah.
Well, when I was on those mission trips, I always liked to just eat what was there.
Yep, you just eat what they tell you to.
And I
yeah,
enjoyed experiencing new things and new cultures, and I enjoyed that. Mexican culture is so food connected, and that means a lot to me because as a rural American, grew up with the. As a rural Okie that grew up with the influence of the Great Depression, that was a generation or two behind me, and so that influenced them. I understand the food-connected culture very much so, and so I enjoyed that in Mexico.
Well, and food transcends so many barriers.
Yeah, it does. It transcends culture, really.
Yeah, and it breaks down so many barriers. I think that's why the Lord tells us to eat, to sup together, to eat together. And never eat ant larva again. And Jan says she's ate grasshoppers. Depression mentality all your life. Yep. Yes, and it's hard to get away from, Jan. Saving every little thing. Oh my mercy. Yeah, and it's taken a lifetime to break. It really is. I still have way too much stuff. Way too much stuff. Who needs 3 canners and a water bath canner and a big stock pot? And I do. I need those things.
I like eating what comes out of it.
So, yeah, crazy. Yep. But, so, yeah. So, how about the 21st? And what do y'all got going the 21st of October? I'll take one of those pressure canners.
Actually, she had some she gave away, but these are hers that she uses.
The ones I have were one is my aunt's and one was my mom. The one my mom gave me, she had got at a garage sale, but it's still an older one. And just the thought, I don't know, just the thing that my mom used it on, I guess that's kind of a little bit sentimental, but yeah. So, but
and you do use them.
Yeah, and sometimes I do come across ones that are gift to me, Xander, to share with people that don't have them.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that has happened more than once. For somebody to say, "Hey, you'll know somebody, you'll come across somebody who can use this."
We've done that, and we've picked them up at thrift shops. Given them away.
Yep, and giving them, yep. Our friend Cindy, she got into pressure cannon because we found one at a thrift shop and had it, and she ordered all the parts for it and got it working. But
I couldn't believe that they didn't use them already.
Yeah.
They just didn't have one.
Yeah.
And we found one for him, and Eddie's probably better at fixing stuff than I am. So it needed a couple of things, and he was.
You haven't found one there at all. I'm so sorry, Xander. Xander. I gotta remember Xander. But yeah, so fall's on the way. We've been getting rain. The garden's still going great. The tomatoes are starting to wind down.
The garden's starting to wind down.
Peppers are starting to wind down.
We've got most of the corn picked. We're still picking beans. Or dry bean type things we're still picking. We've picked most of our squash. We've got a few Seminole pumpkins still on the line, just a couple.
But we still have some beans that are going crazy, like some of the Cherokee Trail of Tears beans are still blooming and still going. Some of the Good Mother Stollards are still going. Okra's still going. It's not liking the cold, but it's still going.
It's slowing down, but it is still producing.
It's still blooming. The loofah plant is still blooming. We still have tomato plants blooming. We do have turnips and radishes in for fall.
Sweet potatoes are
going.
turning it on.
They're going
so
good.
Hopefully they produce sweet potatoes.
The sunflowers are just about done. The zinnias are getting ready to be done. The marigolds are still going strong.
Our collards are doing good.
Dill is waning out. I let it go to seed. I should have clipped the seed heads off. But the basil is going nuts. The calendula's doing good. And trying to think what other herb I have out there that's really doing well. Basil. I planted way too much basil this year. Holy moly. We're going to have some more pesto this week. We're going to have to do pesto.
This is good. I like your pesto.
But the squash, we're out of squash to put it on. So we're going to put it on noodles, I guess. But yeah. Let's make some pesto this week. Gary's eggplants rebounded and we'll get
a couple of eggplants. That's all we're gonna
They're not very big.
They didn't do very good, really.
They got eat off real early on. Grass is doing better. Need to mow the garden. Gary and I spent a good afternoon and got one of the gardens cleaned out, and we've been chipping away at the other one. Still here, just lurking, still waiting on email for people telling me that they will be sending pies. The basil is absolutely crazy. So I planted the purple opal basil, regular sweet basil, and Thai basil. And so they are blowing up. They're just crazy.
It's about time for us to wrap this show up.
I don't know. Lots of folks still here. 14 people still here. Cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll stay as long as they stay till we get down to the people, and then we can. But yeah, yes, on bruschetta. Yes. We try to avoid bread, but pasta's just as bad, I think. But bruschetta would be good, especially if you sliced it and put butter on it and toasted it. Butter and garlic, Xander. Put butter and garlic on it, Alexander, and toasted it in the oven. And then put the pesto on it. Ooh-wee. Yeah. Be so good. So good. Celery is winding down. We got turnips and radishes in the little garden. We planted.
Coming on.
Yep, coming on. We tried to plant lettuce again, and another succession planting of radishes, and we planted. Doesn't need a lot. Oh, and can you have too much garlic? Really? Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. I don't know where that comes from in my.
So you guys have seen the meme about I add spices till my ancestors say that's enough, child. So that's why the way my wife cooks. It definitely is.
But if I don't have that kind of ancestry,
she was.
They keep going, right?
Yeah, she was making.
See you later, Christine. Oh, live at 6:30, so we need to get going. Yes, yes, yeah. So Dale will be live at 6:30.
So you want me to tell the story about
Yes, go ahead. So
she
sorry.
was putting Mexican spices on some fajitas, I guess is what it was, and she was just saying, "Oh, add it till the ancestors say quit." And I said, "But what if your ancestors say Orgus, Forkus, Norgus, Morgan?"
The Swedish chef. The Swedish chef is what he was talking about. Oh, Dan just fell off the porch. Good thing it's not a very far drop. But yeah, I don't know. The largest heritage that I know for sure is German.
German, yes.
There's a lot of suspect and a lot of melting pot, a lot of Heinz 57 variety going on right here. I'm a mutt. I am an American. I am the example of what our forefathers had, the American dream of for their kids.
You know that you had some ancestors way back that were from the Black Sea, right? Baltic Sea. Baltic Sea.
Around the Baltic. That's history.
Yeah.
They passed through France, supposedly, and changed their name when they were in France.
Yeah. And then, you think you have some Native American ancestry.
Possible, yeah.
Possibly. And at least that's the family story.
That's the family story, yep.
So, yeah, we've got a joke about that a little bit.
Someone obviously had darker complexion. But, yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what my mom's family probably was by their surnames. I would say they were probably English. A lot of English in them, in their history. But other than that, the only ones I know for sure that we can trace is my granny Rusco was German. Her family was German. So that's it. I mean, that's for sure. So we just go with it. We just run with it. And they make fun of me and tease me. And
well, it's not making fun of you. We're just teasing, joking.
Tease me. Oh, that's cool. On both sides. That's cool.
That's
Gary has family on that fought on both sides of the Revolution. Yeah.
Of the Revolution?
Or the Civil War, excuse me.
Probably the Revolution too, but
probably,
the Civil War.
Yeah, because they were here prior to the Revolution. Yeah. So, and I don't know exactly when my dad's family came, or when my mom's families came. It's just all.
We know that my last name is and sure enough comes from a family that's a Scottish last name, Scottish family.
That's
about
cool.
What we know.
Xander said he's got links to the Mayflower. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
That's cool. Yeah, Gary's family.
I think my family has ties to Belle Star.
They do. Oh, wow. That's cool. The boss is Scottish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary's got some Scots-Irish.
Yeah.
Scots-Irish and Cherokee.
Yeah. Well, we think my grandpa had some Irish heritage. We know that the Cargill side has a lot of Scottish heritage. My grandpa was told, and he told us that he had Cherokee heritage, and my grandmother did too. So, yeah. And so, yeah. Well, let's ask for prayer requests.
Yes.
You guys got any prayer requests?
So we got Laura.
Laura's
having surgery.
Yes.
Laura's having surgery. Lori Carp was having something. I don't remember. I totally went blank. I had a whole list.
Yeah.
I have a whole list and it's gone.
I knew we prayed for her last week, and I
Yes.
remembered I prayed for her a couple times this week as I was
Yes.
thinking about
We
that.
had a
but
lot
I've
having
forgotten
surgeries.
what it was.
We had surgeries this week.
I'm glad God
Yep.
doesn't forget.
Yes,
those
me
things.
too. Me too. Yes. Well,
God, I do want to encourage you that even if you're not a Jesus follower like Cindy and I am, that you spend some time talking to God. Talk to Him about the fact that you're not a Jesus follower. Ask Him to reveal Himself. Ask Him to show you the truth. I believe that God answers those kind of prayers even from people that don't follow Him. And so, yeah.
yes, and those that need rain. Yes, those that need rain.
Okay, we will.
Yeah.
Lots of surgeries.
And Dale with 9 Acre Family Farms will be doing his devotion live at 6:30. So we're going to pray.
All right.
And then we'll get closing up.
Father, you are holy and you're mighty. And we're thankful for who you are. And we're thankful that you've given us a community to speak to and to interact with. Lord, we're thankful for everyone here. And we ask that you bless them and that you draw them close to you and remind them of your great love. Lord, there are those that are having surgeries. Laura and Lori Carp and many others we may forget, Lord, but we know you haven't forgotten them. And we lift them up to you, and we ask that you watch over them and keep them safe. And most of all, Lord, we ask that you remind them that you love them. Father, there are many in this country and in this world right now that are dealing with fires and disasters, especially in Hawaii. And Lord, we lift them up to you. Lord, there is those in our country that are really hurting for the lack of rain, and we lift that up to you. And Father, we're thankful for Dale and that he's going to share a devotional from your word today, and we ask that you guide him in that. Lord, we love you and we praise you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, y'all. Remember, God made you special.
And he loves you very much.
Have a blessed week. And go over and check out Dale at 9 Acre Family Farms and being involved in his devotional. He'll be live here at 6:30. So go on over there and find him. And we will see you guys next week.